Hello everyone. Welcome. How is everybody doing? Happy Journey Live. Happy Wednesday evening. Join us in Miami TV. What's going on? ¿Cómo estamos, amigos? Bienvenidos. Estamos en vivo e en directo nuevamente con otro Journey Live. Espero de que estén teniendo una maravillosa noche, donde sea que estén, únanse a nosotros en Miami TV. Puede ser en Roku, puede ser en su televisora, en cable, puede ser en nuestra página web, miamitv.com. Aquí estamos con ustedes y listos para interactuar. Tenemos algunas noticias insólitas para hoy. Espero de que hayan disfrutado del programa de Josie. I hope you guys enjoyed Josie's show. Really good vibe, right? We're getting surrounded by people with great vibes, which that's really important. Siempre importante rodearse de personas con buena onda, ¿no? Como ven, Josie, me encantó los últimos comentarios que le dicen, Josie, qué buena energía que tienes. Sí, me tenía que haber pegado un poquito de esa energía hoy porque yo estoy un poquito dormida hoy, pero aquí estamos. Siempre igual buena onda, ¿no? Pero ella es eléctrica, es que es eléctrica directamente. Bueno, chicos, prontamente viene el eclipse. Me estaba contando justamente ella y no es la primera persona que lo comenta. Vi noticias en Estados Unidos donde el propio gobierno está saliendo a decir de que por favor guarden comida por unos días, guarden agua, porque le tienen mucho miedo al tema de las tormentas solares. Entonces, que hay algún tipo de EMP, que hay algún tipo de ataque electromagnético, no ataque, perdón, pero onda electromagnética por el sol, ¿no? O sea, solar, y haga que nos quedemos quizás sin comunicación. En México parece que también, miren, no va a pasar nada. Al menos hasta hoy no estamos percibiendo que vaya a pasar nada. Si algo cambiase, se los diremos. Pero también existen noticias falsas, gente que a propósito está queriendo que entren en miedo. Hi TikTok, how are you? Así que por el momento no se estresen, relájense. Sí les puedo decir de que pues cuando existen este tipo de movimientos energéticos en nuestro planeta y en el éter y en la galaxia, absolutamente sí lo que hace es que nos puede afectar en que nos sintamos un poquito quizás más cansados o un poquito de incertidumbre o hasta súper eléctricos, todo depende, todos los organismos son diferentes. El Sol ha estado teniendo explosiones, ¿no? Y afecta muchísimo los electrodomésticos también, por lo tanto lo que son los celulares. No sé si se dieron cuenta, también en Estados Unidos hubieron varias veces caídas de servicios de celulares. Y bueno, ahí la gente directamente empieza a decir, va a haber, es el fin del mundo. O sea, no sé qué la gente la tiene con el fin del mundo, que ya no, o sea, si no pasó en el 2012, no pasó en el 2020, no va a pasar. El mundo no se va a acabar, chicos. Lamento decirles, si eso es lo que estaban esperando, el mundo no se va a acabar. Así que sigan pagando sus deudas, sigan pagando los impuestos. Sigan viviendo porque vamos a estar aquí por mucho tiempo más. Lo que sí, pues van a pasar muchos movimientos, como le hemos estado diciendo, específicamente a fin de año, de este año, cuando pues van a empezar unos movimientos que ya empezaron en realidad en otras partes del mundo que van a afectar ciertos países más que a otros. Lo hemos estado hablando, pero bueno, en el tema de las explosiones solares y el eclipse, saquen sus piedras. Mira, no tengo mi piedra de Ciro hoy, saquen sus estatuas de piedra. Yo tengo una de 1 metro para que se carguen con esa energía del sol y de la luna en conjunto. Pero no se preocupen, que sí diría de que quédense tranquilitos en casa porque muchas personas este tipo de frecuencias no las saben aceptar, el cuerpo no las sabe, podríamos decir como que procesar y pueden reaccionar de formas que no corresponden, ¿ok? Entonces puede que haya uno que otro loco por ahí dando vuelta y bueno, no querés estar de noche, muy tarde, o sea, manténete tranquilito. Hola David, bienvenidos. Welcome guys, welcome to our members. What's up guys? So Josie just told me, she just finished, I like your shirt, is your boyfriend? Yes, this is my husband's shirt. So you can see, he's really tall. Si tenemos este show, estamos bien, sí, aquí estaremos. Eclipse, no eclipse, fin del mundo, no fin del mundo. So Josie was talking to me about how there's all these rumors happening with the solar eclipse, and I saw some news in the U.S. that there were actually like officials talking about like save food and save water. I mean, yeah, I guess listen to your local authorities. Of course, it's never bad to have some backup water and backup food. I've always said that. But we don't feel like anything's going to happen with this eclipse. So if something were to happen, if we would perceive something, we would tell you. Just like I've been telling you at the end of this year, yes, if you're in specific countries, this is something that you should consider in starting to grow your own food, water, just storage of food, because it's better to be safe than sorry, like we always say. But we were talking about the eclipse yesterday with Enrique, and we have our 27 meditators that can definitely vouch for. And if something's about to happen, we will let you know. And with the eclipse so far, at least up to now, other than people maybe feeling uneased because this is a movement of energies, everything's going to be okay. So the world is not going to end. Stop worrying. Stop freaking out. Okay? We're going to be okay. And the world is not going to end. Not today, not tomorrow, not in my lifespan, at least, from what I know. So, the only thing is that we are going to go through a little bit of shaking, because there's movements happening and energy's moving and times are changing. And of course, the magnetic field is also changing and our poles are changing. Ooh, I'm orange. ¿Qué pasó que me pusieron naranja? Me encantó. Estoy aquí como que super tan de repente. I love it. All of a sudden, I'm like really orange. Guys, welcome. Sorry, I can't look all the time this way, but we're live in Miami TV. If you can join us in MiamiTV.com, you can see all of our live cameras. We even have live cameras for us in our studio. Can you explain the Naked Positive Energy Seminar and Sexual Dreams? Sexual dreams? Okay, can you elaborate on that maybe? So the the seminars, sure, you can join our seminars on Sundays. These are at noon, and I explain them there. So I think let's not take time away from Jenny Live explaining the seminars. But basically, if you like to receive and absorb positive energy, then I invite you to visit my seminars. They're completely free, and we do them in spreadpositiveenergy.com every Sunday at noon. We've had a lot of people change their life with them. So we do this because we can. It's a gift that we like to share with others, because when you have a gift, I always like to say that you have it for a reason. You have it not to keep to yourself, but to share with other people. So if I can share my energy with you guys, then that's it. That makes me happy. All right, guys. So with the solar eclipse, yeah, just relax. Everything's going to be okay. But if you have stones, or like I have this meter-tall alabaster stone Anubis that are brought from Egypt, and it has boobs, so she will definitely be out in the jungle to absorb that energy. Heard that some food in California had to be called back from stores. Interesting. Why is that? But I don't remember. Oh, okay. Well, thanks for letting me know. And then you took it back. So the Mayans, we're in a Mayan region right now in Tulum. So the Mayans believe that when there is a solar eclipse, if you bring out all of your stones, you might have like an amethyst, you might have a 1 meter Anubis, like alabaster stone, or any kind of necklaces that you have, like the ones that I'm always wearing from Acero.com, AceroEnergy.com. And they believe that bringing out the stones, it would cleanse them and charge them with the power of the sun and the moon. So yeah, I kind of my other cat is part of the show now too. So I took that to heart. I'm like, listen, if the Mayans did it, then they knew everything. I mean, how did they have that calendar? How do they? I have my masseuse is Mayan, and he knows. Hey. No, aquí hay un león que quiere atención en la tele. And yeah, he'll come to my jungle and he'll be like, this tree heals you from this tree heals you from this, you need to drink this herb for this. So they have knowledge that, we're lacking, but good thing is that the internet made it viral for everybody to have access to that information. So if you need to get better from something, there's always a herb out there. There's always something natural that is going to help your cause. Absolutely. So it doesn't hurt to try. You know, I'm not saying leave your medication. I'm just saying, you know, it's not bad to get alternatives. And yeah. All right, guys, we're live in MiamiTV.com if you want to join us. If the end is near, then have a beer. So I think the worrying stresses people out more. I look like an orange, right, for a second. I think the worrying stresses people out more than anything else. And remember that stress is something that, hey, if the world is about to end, there's nothing you can do about it. So why stress about it? In fact, if there's nothing you can do about something, just kind of let it go and relax and, you know, continue your life being positive and stress-free, but stress is the #1 killer. So, vamos a cambiar para acá. Muy bien, amigos. Entonces, lo importante es más que nada de que si ustedes están dejándose llevar también por todas estas noticias, de que el estrés, o sea, el preocuparse hace justamente de que acorten también su vida, porque lo que están haciendo es, su cuerpo no está relajado, su cuerpo está moviendo las moléculas como no, o sea, no como corresponden, en vez de estar en sincronía y en sinfonía y haciendo una melodía hermosa, pues están por todos lados porque es como que, no, pero entonces, ¿qué voy a hacer? Porque mi familia, porque hay que comprar esto, porque hay que comprar lo otro, porque hay que protegerse. O sea, una cosa es ser prevenido, otra cosa ya es como exagerar, ¿no? Al punto donde todo lo que ronda alrededor de tuyo son noticias, y las noticias, recuerden de que el propósito del mainstream media, el propósito de las noticias populares son de que tú estés estresado, porque están todos en un complot con el tema de la comida y con el tema de las farmacias. O sea que nosotros somos como estos chanchitos de indias, ¿no? Donde simplemente, pues cuanto más enfermos, más con miedo y más estresados estamos, menos vamos a poder elevar nuestras vibraciones y más fácil somos para manipular. So another thing, you know, it's that we all know the mainstream media is always going to cause chaos and fear. That's basically like the main purpose of it, because if you live in fear, you're not going to be relaxed enough to really just feel free, feel happy, feel unstressed, at peace, because remember that when you're at peace, your molecules are moving correctly. It's like this beautiful symphony and this music of melody where imagine like your DNA is kind of just going really nicely. Now, the moment that something isn't working, the moment that your mind is all over the place thinking about what's going to happen or if the world is going to end, then in this case, estamos distraídos aquí. Then in this case, you're not gonna benefit from that because you're gonna get sick. So worrying, if you can't fix it, why worry? Like we were saying the other day, right? It's okay. All right, guys. Hello. Hi, guys. What's going on? Oh, Jenny. Hi. What's up, guys? Join us in MiamiTV.com if you want to see our live cameras as well. Se me fue el comentario. Saludos, Alessandro, ¿cómo estamos? Hola, Italia. Darío, saludos de Colombia. Hola, Darío, ¿cómo estás? Siempre con nosotros, qué bonito. Houston, Texas, me encanta el programa. Filberto, gracias. Bueno, Texas, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás en Texas? ¿Cómo estás sobreviviendo? Todo lo que está pasando en Estados Unidos me da escalofríos. Espero de que todo se pueda solucionar en poco tiempo. Chicos, sabemos de que sí, estamos pasando por momentos difíciles, pero bueno, importante estar seguros, estar calmados, que no panda ¿cómo es? Que no cunda el pánico, que no cunda el pánico, que todos vamos hacia el mismo lugar. Y si el mundo se acaba, pues no hay nada que podamos hacer al respecto, ¿no? Hi, Ricardo. Welcome. Okay, I wanted to change the subjects because we're always talking about energy and positivity, which I love, but it's always also a little good to just relax our mind and talk about other stuff. So I found some really interesting, I guess, viral or strange news, and we used to do this, and it kind of would just like ease the moment a little bit. Let's see, here. There's a young woman that affirms that she wants to be identified like a dog, sleep in a cage, and have people care for her like if she was a dog. Not too many days ago, we had guests here that actually brought, because it was the second time that he visited us here, and he brought this like paperwork explaining why he liked sadomasochism, right, or BDSM, I think it's called. And I'm like, thank you for the information, because like, yeah, you're into energy and sexual energy and all this, but I wanted you to understand, the background of why people like to be whipped or tied up or even sometimes feel pain. So I'm very respectful, and I'm talking about this because I think it kind of goes with wanting to be treated like a dog. Do you think it's possible maybe that we can have a register in our mind that maybe you were a dog in another life? Is that a possibility? Then again, everything is a possibility, right? I highly believe in reincarnation. You guys know that because I have a lot of experience in the topic. In fact, you guys do too. You just don't remember. But. And I know that when it comes to like souls, there could be a way that when you're reincarnated, there's a glitch in the matrix kind of thing, and you remember a past life. And there's even kids that remember being, that they don't accept their mom or their dad because they say that their name is different until they actually go through that psychological therapy of accepting and understanding that they died and they're back in this world now, and then they can keep moving. They actually did a show on this. I think it was. I don't remember exactly if it was in the Travel Channel. It was in one of those mainstream channels, and it was really nice. It was really nice that was actually getting some kind of attention, because yes, past lives exist. So, do you think that it's possible that we could be an animal in another past life? So, could that maybe explain why somebody feels like they're a dog? Like, I mean, who am I and who are you and who is anybody to say that doesn't exist and that isn't real, right? But other than that being a possibility, which it could be, there is a psychological trauma, in my experience from the people that I've treated when it comes to these kind of topics. Anybody that is involved in any kind of fetish that's strong, either feeling like they're a dog or an animal or liking to be hurt. And I was speaking to this with this guest here at our retreat, and he ended up telling me a story about how, yeah, he had a horrible relationship. I mean, like really, really bad relationship with his mother and was abused. So I'm like, that's exactly where I'm going. So I'm like, if you would let me help you in fixing that trauma, then you would probably get rid of the fetish of wanting to be hurt. But he has no intention on it, because it's gotten to be such a large part of his life that it's just kind of, this is normal for me. I like to wear a chastity belt. I like to be whipped. I like to be tied up. And not that there's anything wrong with that, but in my mind, I like to take people to their innocence, where I believe that we all have that innocence inside of us still, no matter how old you are, okay, and what you've endured and what you've been through, and you could still go back to it. It's still there, because if not, you wouldn't be alive. It's part of your soul. So if it's been tainted for whatever reason, if it's been hurt for whatever reason, there is a possibility with therapy, of course, of going back to relaxing your mind and actually kind of sorting everything out, where it's just like, okay, let's put one and one together, and this is my life today. How do I make it better? Why am I having these inclinations? Why am I being inclined, to this kind of lifestyle? That it's probably helping because it reminds them of a past trauma and it's making them feel good. But because he was trying to debate with me that scientifically it's been proving that people that feel pain do actually relieve stress and feel better with themselves. And I said, listen, I don't disagree with it. I think, yes, you probably do feel great when pain is inflicted, or some kind of BDSM is inflicted on you. Fine, I'm not disagreeing with you. But what I'm saying is that you have a possibility of leaving that lifestyle if you wanted. Now, the fact that you don't want to, it's another topic, right? Because, but it's a choice. But yeah, a lot of people that are into stuff like this, it's usually because there's something at some point, I do treat you like a beautiful. Hi, Martin. At some point in their life, they went through some kind of psychological trauma that it's, forever there. So their way to feel loved, their way to feel, it's almost like the way that they were taught was with pain. So since that is the way that they learned love, it's something that they need, right? It's almost like when you get your body used to certain activities at a young age, you end up needing that later on, because if not, your body kind of feels out of it. So our mind is such an interesting organ, you guys. It's the most powerful thing we have, and it's important to use it and know how to manage it and know how to, let's say, put the pieces back together, because we're like a broken puzzle, right? The more we live in this mundane world, the more we exist here, the more this puzzle kind of just like starts falling into pieces if you're going through traumatic situations. And it's totally possible to just piece it back together. It's like a computer. If you got a broken chip, we can fix it. ¿Cómo estamos? How's your mind and your chips, you guys? So what do you think about that? What do you think about somebody? I remember living in New York in my early years in life. Nice. What do you think about if somebody feels like they're a dog? How does that relate? How does that resonate with you? Like, what do you think goes through that person's mind? I always say, of course, we talk about this, but it's important to respect everybody and whatever they choose to do. And like I say in every show, if you want to be a unicorn, so be it. You be happy. You do you. That's all that matters. Always amazing, but original or spicy? Spicy? ¿Cómo estamos, chicos? Bueno, I'm going to go a bit in Spanish. It's interesting, though, too. I really like to see what's in people's minds when it comes to this stuff. Like, why? I like to know the why. Our friend Mary Alice told me not to talk about another girl. It was too long and I couldn't read it. No logré leerlo. Cuando son largos y me los dejan un poquito más, mucho mejor. Bueno, chicos, estábamos hablando, a ver, me gustó cuando hacíamos anteriormente en Jenny Live algunas Spices Better, algunas noticias insólitas, y encontré, así que vamos a hacer en algunos Jenny Lives algunas noticias insólitas para poder cambiar un poco los temas de energía, que aunque sé que les encanta, pero bueno, el día de hoy dicen, una joven afirma identificarse como un perro, dormir en una jaula y tener cuidadores. Me acordó aquí en Tulum, donde tenemos nuestro retiro de energía, que los invito, se llama Energy Tulum, pueden venir a visitarnos en cualquier momento. Que lo relaciono con esto, porque llegó justamente un cliente, ¿no? Y me trajo unas cartas que la próxima las voy a leer porque están por ahí. No unas cartas, perdón, eran artículos sobre por qué a él le gustaba el sadomasoquismo. Es más, íbamos a hacer una entrevista y después, por temas de privacidad de él y todo, aunque está retirado y dijo que no le molestaba salir en cámara, yo opté por mejor no. Pero para mí lo más interesante cuando personas tienen este tipo de estilos de vida o este tipo de inclinaciones hacia algo que no es tan normal, aunque, a ver, el propósito de nuestra vida no es caer en la normalidad de la sociedad, ¿no? Por supuesto, pero qué aburrido. Pero sí saber de que si hay algo extraño, pues saber por qué, o sea, por qué sientes placer cuando te pegan, o esta persona en particular le gusta que le hagan doler, le gusta usar un cinturón de castidad, ¿ok? O lo atan, o a veces, o sea, y él hablaba del dolor. Y dice, es que para mí el dolor es algo no solo placentero, sino más bien como que me hace llegar a otro extremo energético, donde puedo llegar a esa paz mental que quizás tú llegas con el tantra y tu meditación, pero yo necesito este tipo de actividad, el sadomasoquismo, para poder llegar a ese estado, porque no conozco otra forma. Entonces, ahí viene mi psicología, ¿no? Y digo, a ver, a mí me gusta saber por qué y por qué. Hello, hola Steven, I'll go in English in 2 minutes, guys. Tú encantas todo el mundo. Gracias. Y logré al final y el todo que el Señor termine expresando de que tal cual como yo lo percibí, tenía un trauma con su mamá horrible, o sea, donde la mamá abusaba de él, le pegaba, dice de que su infancia fue horrorosa y que bueno, nunca lo sanó. Entonces digo, pues qué bonito sería que me permitas ayudarte en poder sanar eso para que se te quite esto. Y me dice, es que me dice, muchas gracias, pero no me interesa, dice, porque ya me acostumbré tanto a este mundo, me acostumbré tanto al sadomasoquismo que es parte de mi vida y ya como que lo acepté, ¿no? O sea, el señor tiene 77 años, imagínense. Entonces digo, bueno, pues cada uno si estás feliz, estás sano, estás bien, pues adelante, como lo que te ha funcionado hasta ahora, pues sigue adelante, ¿no? Pero ¿ustedes qué opinan? Yo opino personas que tienen este tipo de actividades en su vida en particular, como que piensan que son perros o les gustan que les peguen o les gustan ser maltratados. Siempre, siempre, siempre hay algún tipo de trauma desde una infancia, desde algún momento, que quizás muchos a veces ni siquiera se acuerden, pero son traumas que quedan como guardados, ¿no?, en el cerebro. Muchas veces los bloquean porque no quieren recordar el mismo pensamiento una y otra vez y lograron ya superarlo, pero encuentran formas de poder sentir amor, y si cuando son pequeños no reciben amor desde sus padres, ¿ok? No reciben ese tipo de amor que la mayoría de nosotros hemos recibido, y su única forma de recibir amor fue con golpizas o maltrato o hasta uso sexual, entonces es normal para ellos sentirse como acobijados cuando tienen ese tipo de tratamiento, o sea, que alguien los trate con odio, con bronca o hacerlos doler, ¿no? Entonces, por eso hay que ser tan delicado y tan cuidadoso cuando se trata de estilos de vida, porque todos tienen un porqué. O sea, no existe un niño que de repente nazca y diga, no, porque a mí yo quiero que me peguen. No existe. Entonces, todos tenemos un camino. Todos tenemos un pasado, todos tenemos traumas, bueno, o la mayoría de personas, podríamos decir, hoy en el mundo tienen traumas. Entonces, cuando ves a alguien que quizás no está con algo que para ti te parece extraño, como por ejemplo esta persona que dice, me afirmo, yo soy un perro, quiero que me tengan en una jaula y que me traten como un perro, pues más bien como que, ¿cómo te puedo ayudar? ¿No? O sea, ¿cómo puedo hacerte salir de eso o por lo menos ayudarte a que estés feliz en ese estilo de vida? Pero siempre con una perspectiva desde afuera y no juzgar, ¿no? Por supuesto. It's important to not judge, you know? I mean, how many of you heard what I just read? Like, a girl likes to be treated like a dog, sleeps in a jail, and have people taking care of her, and we immediately judge, right? But the thing is, there's so much behind that. Like, there's always something, guys. Like, it doesn't exist that we're babies, and when we're babies, we all of a sudden say, heart, hey, piercing boy, and all of a sudden we say, I want to get spanked and hit, and, you know, I want to bleed, or I want to wear a chastity belt, or I want to be treated like a dog. So this isn't like something that comes registered in your mind. Now, if it's something that you adapted when you were older, obviously, there's a reason why those marks are there. There's a reason why those registries are there, because that's really what it is. These are registries that at some point something happened in your life and it triggered this kind of behavior when you're older. And I know it's difficult. I know a lot of you don't like looking at the past. You don't like to see the mistakes that you've made or the things that you have to face, right? Because how boring. It's better to just go out, have fun, and, you know, forget about your problems. But the thing is that forgetting about your problems, thanks, Benjamin, it's just going to make your problems accumulate more and more. So wouldn't it be nice if we can actually fix our problems, fix our traumas? And that is something that you can do, and it takes time, of course, and you have to be patient. But if you want to elevate your vibration, if you want to, like we were talking about the solar eclipse before we started, oh, my full name. when we started, we were talking about the solar eclipse, and I'm like, there's people that are going to be really bothered by the energies that are going to be coming in because they're strong. So if you feel like you're uneased, if you feel like you're, I don't know, kind of like out of yourself, where you're confused or you're not really sure what you're doing, then remember your energy. So the moment that there's waves of energy coming in, it's going to affect you, and your mind is energy. So you are constantly being triggered and you're constantly being affected. Just know that. Saludos, Ecuador. Saludos, saludos. ¿Cómo estamos? Estamos en vivo en Miami TV. Si quieren vernos con nuestras páginas, miamitv.com. Guys, we're live in Miami TV. If you want to join us, miamitv.com. We have over 6,000 shows on demand and of all types, interviews at bars, naked interviews, naked kitchen, naked yoga, everything naked. I live naked, so this is our only show that actually requires clothing because we're on cable. So we will see you guys next time. Tomorrow is Thursday. Yeah, we got Thursday and Friday, 2 more shows for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed, at least change a little bit of the subject. Don't forget to write to me if you have your personal experience or opinion, or you want me to answer something, then go ahead and write to me, jenny@miamitv.com. Muy bien, amigos. Qué bueno que hagas lo que yo te digo. Pues ahora te estoy diciendo nada más, sé positivo. Nos vemos entonces, amigos, en la próxima. Espero de que estén muy bien. No sé si me quedaron algunos comentarios para leer. Yo sé que le pedí a Enrique, digo, por favor, cuando estoy hablando de un tema no me metan comentarios porque me distraigo y luego no sé lo que digo. Pero cuando termino ya sí, más light. Así que saludos a todos los que estaban con nosotros. Manu, bienvenidos. Saludos. Vamos a tomar los últimos minutos para saludarlos. ¿Cómo estás? Yo muy bien, muchas gracias. Mucho calor por acá. Dago Espinal, princesa, súper linda, me gustas. Gracias, Dago, bienvenidos. Los saludos estamos leyendo los saludos del principio, ¿no? No se olviden de que tenemos más de 6.000 programas on demand en nuestra página web, miamitv.com, si quieren unirse a nosotros. Y siempre continuamos los programas de Jenny Live con un seminario de energía positiva. Así que ahí continuaremos y mañana seguimos con más noticias insólitas, con más charlas amenas para poder relajar nuestra mente, ¿no? Fuera de las noticias. Guys, we will see you tomorrow with another show, another 1,734th show tomorrow. And yeah, just to relax your mind, stop worrying so much, and forget about the news. Just live your life. Love you guys. Good night. Buenas noches.